All right, so this is just a very super quick video. I wanted to update you on this interesting chart pattern. And what we have here is the euro against the US dollar. And this is a daily chart. And you can see I've drawn a few lines on here. Now, today, before I carry on, is the 4th of March, Friday the 4th of March, 2022. And at about 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, that's in a number of hours from now, the non-farm payrolls data comes out from the US, and that's New York time, Eastern Time. And there will be some interesting moves in the market which will take place at that time, almost guaranteed. And I have a trading system which looks at the moves in the market before and after the NFP data comes out and takes advantage of it. And it's very reliable, very quick and fast moving. It's an in and out trade, and it's very interesting. So I'll try and update you in the market about that time, perhaps a few minutes before and a few minutes after the NFP, and we'll see what happens. But in the meantime, we've got this very interesting pattern on the daily chart on the euro. It's called a megaphone pattern. I like to call it a blunderbuss, really. You can see the two lines extending away from the left to the right. This top line, this purple one, going upwards, and this other one at the bottom going downwards. And you can see we've got this megaphone shape. That's why it's called a megaphone. And what this indicates is a period of indecision or turmoil in the market. It's not necessarily a reversal pattern, but it is an indication that something is afoot. And of course, there is but chaos in the market at the moment because of the Ukraine situation. And it is a bit chaotic. But what this often does is it indicates a change of direction or a continuation of a current direction at the end of a long trend. And you can see we've got the euro moving down sometime early early the previous year, 2021, around about March, April 2021, we've been moving down. Actually, you could say from even back in 2020, I suppose, if you consider this peak. But certainly from here, we've been moving down continuously on the euro. So now we've got this megaphone pattern. And the interesting thing about a megaphone is, as I said, it indicates turmoil, indecision in the market. The bulls and the bears are fighting for dominance. And what we'll see here is at some stage, the price will break out through the bottom, through this downward sloping bottom part of the megaphone, or it'll break out through the top. And it's only upon a daily close outside those levels that we would consider either a continuation, which would be a move down, or a reversal, which would be a move up through a break through the top. Now, let's have a look at what's happening at the moment. If we zoom right in to today's candle, in fact, you can see we've broken beneath this purple line here. This is the bottom part of the megaphone. We've broken beneath it on a daily chart, but we haven't closed beneath it. The close is very important. You can see as we approach this line, we've got a lot of spike lows. We traded some of these, as you'll see in my webinar update and the previous videos prior to that. There's a doji candle there, there's a few spike lows, bullish engulfing candles, so a lot of indecision around this area. And today, finally, we've broken through the bottom part of that megaphone, but we haven't closed. Now, what's going to happen during the NFP data release later on today is we'll see which way this is going to close. That'll be probably the definitive data which moves the market one way or the other. Either we're going to close above this purple line or we're going to close beneath it. And that will probably determine the direction for the euro in the coming weeks ahead. So we'll have to see what happens. So it's a very interesting day. I thought I'd send you this just for a bit of a teaching moment before all the action happens later on. And when all that action does happen later on, it's probably going to decide for us what happens with this pattern and set the trend for the next, as I said, week or two. So take care. Hope you found that useful. And I'll see you a bit later on. 8:30 Eastern Time is when the NFP comes out. So around about the time before and after that, I'll try and update with some more information. All right, take care.